Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing good and you all are safe during this pandemic. As you all know, my name is Pooja Mishra and you are watching Officer's Mind on YouTube channel, and I'm taking a kind of responsibility for helping you to polish or to upgrade your spoken English language. And if you haven't watched our videos uh, earlier and you are getting aware about this particular content for the first time, so it's time to go on the playlist and watch the further videos as well, because then only you will be able to understand that why I'm talking like this, or I can say that you will be able to understand that why I am talking like this. So you can sense the variation, between the kind of pronunciation I am doing right now. So I hope I am able to make you understand that what is the concept of helping you and telling you how to speak in English. So I will be telling you that what are the magical key points or the concepts which one need to keep in mind if you really want to be proficient into the English language. But since my target audience right now on this YouTube channel is Indian people, and Hindi is our not national language but the official language, and for a lot of people it is also the assistant language between the people who do not know any language other than their vernacular language or the native language, that is Gujarati, Punjabi, Marathi, and so on and on. Our country is rich in languages and the culture as well. So now let's start and let me tell you the real magic. I told you in the earlier class that you have to learn how to think in English, but you cannot learn how to think in English unless you do not know the base, the root cause, how both the languages is being developed. And basically the main problem why you guys are not able to be proficient in your native language or to have a good hold on Hindi language as well as on the English language, because we are not making our roots strong, we are not understanding their root cause, we are not understanding the concept well, but we are trying to copy what other person is trying to speak, rather than finding the base, the foundation, the methodology, the mechanism, that how they are learning, how they are working on it. Okay, so today I'm going to help you with those perspectives. So first of all, you need to understand the origin between the Hindi and the English language. So when you talk about the Hindi language, so its root is into the Indo-Aryan group, and the Aryans which came to India through Europe, and right now it is an assumption, it is being said widely that their source is into Germany these days. Okay, so their language was Vedic Sanskrit, and there was another language known as Prakritic, right? So I said Prakritic, the correct is Prakritic, because it is being said in some other language, but if some Britisher is going to speak, it is going to speak Prakritic, not Prakritic. So this is a difference, right? So here the time frame was like 2nd to 1st millennium BC. That was the time frame when this language evolved. So the root language of Hindi is Sanskrit and Prakritic language, and from there the both of the language got evolved with time, and then you can say a little corruption in that language happened, or the language got mixed with other culture, and eventually Hindi started. And when Hindi mixed with other language, and specifically with English in the technological era, it turned into Hinglish. Okay, so Indo-Iranian branch is there of Indo-Aryan, from where the source of Hindi language is there. And that is why we known as Hindu, that is why Hinduism and so on and on and on is coming. Everything is getting corrupted with time because it is all being delivered orally. There is no written framework, but in the Prakritic language, there is a defined set of grammar which you can find in your Vedas also. Moving ahead to the English part, so where is the source of the English? So the source of English language is into the West Germanic language, and here it is an Indo-European language, Hindi, Indo-Aryan, Indo-European, and that is why you can find the connection between the Hindi and English as well, right? And you can find the connection between the Hindi and the English language. I hope you are able to understand the way I'm pronouncing in two different ways, the same language, the same words, but the pronunciation is totally different. And this is what you need to catch. This is what you need to absorb and understand very carefully. So that's why it is known as England, the land of English, because English is being originated over there. So if you are confused that which tone, which pronunciation and which version of English I should go ahead, Australian, American, Indo, Canadian and so on and on, then you need to keep in mind that the land of origin over here is this, right? So it doesn't matter that who is speaking Hindi, but the root of Hindi is in Sanskrit. It is in India, it is in Hindustan, it is in Bharat, and Bharat is going to be known like Bharat. It cannot be said Bharat. Ram is Ram, it cannot be Rama, right? So you need to understand the difference into these pronunciation, whereas there is a differentiation within the Hindi language also, because the time frame when the Sanskrit came to India, that was also a foreign language, because there was also a native people living over here and they were known as the Dravidian. So Dravidian people also have their huge sets of languages which come under the Dravidian language, Telugu, Tamil, Malayalam, Kannada, Tulu and so on and on are the set which you can widely find in the South India. But that's not my focus. My focus was to tell you that if you are confused enough that which pronunciation is right, which accent is right, which kind and which form of English is right, so you will be able to understand this thing through these logic, which usually you skip and you try to copy everything which you see or you listen around you. You need to filter it out, which is right and which is wrong, right? Now moving ahead, there is few common mistakes which you make while speaking in English, and the whole mistake starts when you think in another language and you try to speak in another language. I have already covered that point in the previous lecture. You can go ahead and you can learn about it. The title is very much clear over there. First point which you make mistakes, usually you use double negatives. I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. That's wrong. I don't know anything. So you cannot use two negative words, double negatives in one sentence. Rule number one, you have to memorize these things very clearly. And in the form, wrong use of tenses, because we do not make our foundation well, we are not able to cram it, we are not able to revise it. So usually our tenses are not right, and if our tenses are not right, it is eventually going to be wrong. So tenses are the foundation of any language. So you need to learn it well. In the next coming part, I will tell you the trick how to learn the tenses in a very short frame of time, in a very interesting way, right? So I'll get back to you with that part. Then there is a concept of comparative and superlative words, and you cannot use the comparative and superlative words together. Let me give you an example over here. This could never have turned out to be more better. You can pause the video, you can go, you can repeat it again, and you can come back to listen what next I'm going to speak. But the correct sentence is, this could never be turned out to be better. You need not to add more. Sometimes we are very excited and we are very energetic and we are very expressive. So what we try to do, we want to put our emphasis into the sentences. Don't do that. Keep it simple, silly. That's the point you need to keep in your mind. Then you are always confused with the word me and I, where you have to use me, where you have to use I. So I is more of a subjective pronoun and me is more of an objective. So when you are a subject, then you are going to use I. And when you are going to associate the first person with an object, the objective pronoun, then the me part is going to be over there. Same thing is difference between the say and tell. Say and tell, say and tell. Differentiation. I will tell you how to pronounce these words well, but in the next class. So both of them are the irregular verbs. Say, usually somebody has already said something, or somebody is just expressing something and you are saying that you said this and you are saying this, that's it. But when you say tell, then your more focus is on the content and the message which you want to extract from someone. Alright, so these are the few key points I was willing and I am willing to share with you, and this is why I'm making this particular video for you. So in the next class, I'll be coming with the pronunciation of Hindi Vyakaran, Hindi Wordmala, as well as the English alphabets, and we will be comparing both of them, that where are the words in which we are making mistakes. For example, C, A, we do not say A, we say A, and we say R, R, but it is R. So it comes out car, because this is how we write in Hindi. K pe a ki matra, or R, car, car. But this is not how it's being spoken. It is being said car. In the same way, P is equal to P, and that is why we say public, privacy, personal. But I'm not saying public, privacy or personal. I'm saying public, privacy, personal. So it's not P, it's P. So this is how I'm going to tell you in the next class how to pronounce A, B, C in a correct way, so that your pronunciation and your spoken language is going to be good enough. Thank you so much. Keep learning. Bye.